Okay, so it's summer, I've graduated, I finished all my exams, and still I am here at the school parking lot just to film another video. Welcome to Bozai Guy's Daily Life and Safety.
In July of 2020, the Office of Insurance and Safety Fire Commissioner for the state of Georgia issued 2 notices regarding how fire drills were to be conducted during the previous 2020-2021 school year. I've posted a copy of the documents in the description below, but I wanted to highlight the points that they made in one of the documents. In the event of an emergency, schools should follow fire evacuation routes as prescribed, follow severe weather procedures, and follow shelter-in-place protocols. When and only when practicing drills, schools should consider social distancing and consider dividing the drills into sections of the school during the day or over more than one day. No change will be issued in regards to the number of drills required to be conducted or how schools are required to report during the 2020-2021 school year. If changes have to be made to drills, please advise these changes when reporting the drill on the state website in the notes section. The same guidelines and recommendations shall be used for severe weather drills and lockdown drills.
Okay, so why exactly am I still here at this building? Well, normally speaking, this entire area here would be filled with a bunch of cars. I'm currently in the student parking lot, and normally it would be filled with cars because it is during the school day. And during any complete building evacuation, this would be one of the many emergency assembly points that occupants would have to go to if we had to evacuate the building completely. So why exactly am I here? Well, in the past few months I should say, I've had the opportunity to go to in-person school. You might not, and that is completely fine. We're all in different circumstances. But as we're starting to transition to a more post-pandemic life, more of us are starting to still go to school, despite that there are still some risks that are present. COVID-19, let's be real, hasn't quite gone away 100%. I can't say what will happen in the future. A lot of things might change, but while I was still back at school, we still had to do things like follow the social distancing rule of 2 meters and wear a mask. Those were pretty standard with the activities during the pandemic, at least where I lived. When COVID-19 hit, a lot of things had to be put to a halt as we tried to reevaluate our situation back when it first started coming out in the beginning of 2020. But the thing is, a lot of things just can't suddenly come to a halt completely. There's a stop sign right there. Things can't come completely to a halt for a long time, especially, just because there is some type of new and significant emergency. A school like this one just, can't shut its doors and leave students hanging just because we have a whole future that's ahead of us. We have to get somewhere, despite there being some significant long-term emergency. Our school has called holidays before because weather conditions like ice on the roads, or perhaps a tropical storm passing through the region wouldn't permit safe conditions to go to school. But even missing a single day often can have significant effects to students who rely on having to be in person at school trying to get their classes done. Shutting school down for the long term, and quite frankly, any business for that matter, has significant effects than just the days that it's closed. One thing we definitely learned to do during this pandemic was to adapt to a new lifestyle in order to accommodate, the risks and, the hazards that we now have to face, right now in daily life. Albeit it was a very difficult and sudden change, and it took quite some time to get used to, but it was something I'd say we were able to accomplish to a degree. This is important because just a few days ago, Tropical Depression Claudette passed through the state of Georgia. It wasn't a hurricane quite yet, and I think as I am recording this, it is currently a tropical storm somewhere around the Atlantic. But what if it was a full-fledged hurricane? 2020 broke a record in the number of named tropical cyclones in the Atlantic in a single year. And that was during the COVID-19 pandemic, the emergency that the entire world was facing all at the same time. And, just a month ago, the county had to take cover for a tornado that literally touched down in the city of Atlanta. risks don't just disappear just because we have another emergency. Yes, it makes things a lot more difficult and a little bit more complicated to have to navigate through. But a resilient person will keep in the back of their minds the other relevant emergencies that could happen while one is currently going on right now. And if you think about it, that is the essence of what emergency preparedness is all about. It's the ability to adapt quickly to uncontrollable and catastrophic eventualities. A good plan will easily adapt to other emergencies that are going on at the same time, though there are questions about when something is going to happen at the same time. But for something like the COVID-19 pandemic, modifying things like fire drills or fire response plans or tornadoes, those should be able to be adjusted to accommodate new guidelines that result from a lot of other things that could be happening. For any evacuation at our school, at least, keeping masks on and attempted social distancing. All of our hallways are really small and cramped, so crowding has always been an issue. I have to give the school credit for that. But, those were pretty much the two big things that we had to change in our response plan. There was not really anything different. But no plan still is good without the sufficient practice. So considering all of these things, that is probably why the state fire marshal stated that there are no changes to how often drills were to be conducted and reported. And that's probably why your school still conducts fire drills and other emergency response drills during COVID-19. Risks don't just disappear. Practice still has to happen.
Wheel lock exceeder. HSW.
I wonder what's wrong here.
Yeah, we've called in, we're in test mode, so we're ready to go, and then do her thing.
Are you ready?
Yep.
All right, here we go. Got it?
Pretty much know what to do. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, do you need the keypad?
key.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm not going anywhere. I'm just gonna step out the door.
All right, sounds cool.
A little off.
Nope. I don't know if they locked this from behind. Yeah, they locked all the cabinets. That's okay.
get it initialized and we'll close the panel door.
Can they come back in? All clear, have them come back in. Okay. Great job, you guys, thank you.
Alright.
Thanks.
So these doors didn't close, which is, I have no idea why. These electromagnets must be pretty strong, still magnetized after, yeah. These doors didn't. They closed. This one didn't latch though, which is, got to be concerned, but generally speaking, it should be okay. I don't know. There you go. Things all initialized. Opens these doors. I'll show them downstairs.